I said that it took over 20 years for people to figure out how to fully decode the 10NES chip, but then how did Tengen release games, and didn't they get sued? I got that comment a few times, and they're right, Tengen did figure it out back then, but it's a lot crazier than that. Basically, Nintendo had a set of rules that developers had to follow in order to ensure that the games were of a certain quality. Devs were only allowed to use carts from Nintendo, which included the 10NES chip, and they were only allowed to release a certain amount of games every year. Eventually, there was a chip shortage, which forced Nintendo to tell developers that they were going to have to reduce production, which in turn would mean less sales. Tengen was a subsidiary to Atari, and they didn't like this new rule, so they decided they were just going to make their own carts and make their own games, except the 10NES chip was an issue. Reverse engineering was an option, but it would take way too long and cost way too much money. But they knew they could figure it out if they had the patent, except there was rules at the patent office which didn't allow you to take notes or make copies of other patents. So what did they do? They sued. You see, when you're in litigation about a patent, you get a copy of said patent. So that's how Atari was able to figure out how the 10NES chip worked, only by circumventing the law and having a fake lawsuit.